welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a good Christmas. I've just been doing lots of cooking and things, and I've been adding to I made some really nice cranberry muffins on Christmas Day, like really big American style ones, which contain dried cranberries in them and cinnamon and things like that. Buttermilk, they're made with buttermilk. I didn't see anyone over Christmas. I've been all on my own because, I mean, even though I could, technically speaking, see my dad and my brother in like a sort of bubble because of my OCD and stuff, and not wanting to risk contamination from potential COVID and stuff like that. Even though I'm sure they're safe and they're keeping themselves safe, but I still feel my OCD doesn't allow it. So I couldn't see anyone over Christmas, but it didn't really bother me too much because I'm quite content being on my own. Obviously, I do miss seeing my dad, but you know, it is as it is. But yeah, I added some new cups and mugs to my collection, which I'd actually got for myself before Christmas, but I put aside in one room as my little treat to myself. And then on Christmas Day, I took them out of a room. I already knew what I was getting, but it's like a nice little gift to myself. I can just go and show you them very quickly. Bear with. So this is one of them, which is my Wake Me Up for Chocolate special chocolate latte mug, and it's got a little spoon. So that's one of them. And the other one I got, which I really like, is this, which is also a hot chocolate mug, but it's got a really nice picture of a snowman on it. I hope you can see that, and again it's got a little spoon. There we go. Sorry about that. I have this kind of like weird sort of OCD thing with mugs. That's why it took me ages to put them back, because like they have to be like perfectly aligned on my windowsill. And yeah, I don't know whether it's OCD or autism. It might actually be more my autism. I just have to have things in like perfect lines, and I get annoyed when when they're not perfectly aligned, and then it like triggers me. I think they're perfectly aligned. It always makes me a little bit anxious when I go and pick them up off a windowsill as well, in case like this. I don't know. I've got this fear of that. It's so silly. It's like almost like when I'm touching them, it almost is like I'm touching gold or something, because they're that important to me. They're not the only mugs I got, by the way. I'm not going to show you all of them because I get a bit anxious when I take them down, and then I'll have to put them back. I really wanted to show you just two of them though. That's just give you an example of some of the things I got, and I did get quite a few bowls as well. I got a porridge bowl, one that actually says porridge on it, which is really cute. Almost like it comes out of a Three Bears story, you know, like a sort of stoneware porridge bowl. It says porridge on it, and it's in blue with a lid and a spoon. And my uncle gave me a wooden bowl, two wooden bowls and a wooden spoon, and I can't wait to use them to make proper traditional style porridge, because traditionally porridge is served in a wooden spoon with a wooden bowl, in a wooden bowl with a wooden spoon. And I also got a Kellogg's, a special, an old style Kellogg's cornflakes retro bowl mug thing with a handle to put cornflakes in, with a cornflake spoon, you know, with like the cockerel on the end of the spoon, which is really cool because I had and it came with little mini pack of cornflakes as well. So I got quite a few things. And yeah, I as I said, I get quite obsessed with like collecting mugs and bowls, and I have this, like I just mentioned, I have this thing with like alignment that is like, I'm probably going to be having to go over there again after this video and try and yeah, I think it's alright, it looks alright. I don't know, I just get OCD over things when they're not perfectly aligned. And it's almost like, I don't know what it is, but it's almost like I have a special relationship with objects, almost where I get more obsessed with objects than people. There is that saying around autism, though, isn't there? I don't know if any of you can relate, that autism, we tend to prefer objects to people. That's definitely true for me. I kind of form relationships with my objects, usually in the form of mugs and things like that, or books, where I think about them more than people, almost like they're more important to me, like they take greater priority, which sounds really bad. And it's not like I'm not bonded to the people in my life, like, you know, people in my family and stuff, because I am, and I care about them a lot and things. It's just that in terms of the amount of thinking I do, I tend to be more obsessed and worried about objects in my life. Like I have a special relationship with them. It's almost like I'm more invested to them. So I don't know what that's about. I think in autism maybe obviously I'm speaking for myself, it might be different for you. I can't speak for all autistics, but I kind of have these special relationships with objects, and let me know if any of you can relate, like whether or not you get really obsessed with objects and how they're aligned. And but anyway, that's a little bit about that. I wanted to move on to video number 2 because I'd actually quite like to read a story to you. This is another thing I got for Christmas. I got it for myself. It's called Nordic Tales, folk tales from Norway, Sweden, Finland, Iceland and Denmark, with illustrations by Ulla Feinell, and it's got a really nice picture on the front. That's why I got this book. And I wanted to read just the first story to you because I think it's quite a funny story, so I just thought it'd be quite nice just to do a little story reading as it's like Christmas and things. So moving on to video number 2 now for a little story reading. Moving on to video number 2.